Welcome to Overture. Hi, I'm Richard Galime, owner and founder of Overture. As you just saw, I'm a musician myself. I also come from a family of musicians going back multiple generations. I have a passion for music, and like most, my passion started in beginner band. I've spent over a decade in the band and orchestra business, working retail, manufacturing, sales and marketing, and one of the things that I saw repeated over and over was how often parents and new students were being taken advantage of by overpriced rentals and misinformation. Did you know that with Overture you can own a great beginner band instrument for $300 to $400? That's right, for the cost of 1 year of renting, you can own a high quality instrument instead of paying monthly fees. So let's talk about the instruments you might have rented and why the instruments with Overture are a better, more equitable option. First off, let's clear up some misinformation regarding where rental instruments are made. If you ask any rental rep, they will tell you that they only rent top quality brands, and anything you buy, especially online, is going to be, and I quote, crap made in China. And of course they will say this because they want you on a monthly rental plan for $40 a month for the next 2 to 3 years. Well, first off, those top brands they're mentioning aren't always what they rent. They usually rent a house-branded instrument and just use those top brands as a sales tactic. And second, even those top quality brands have been being manufactured in China for over 2 decades. It's true, some of those companies do still manufacture their top-end instruments in their countries of origins like Japan or France, but they are all getting their student instruments manufactured in China. Now, before you jump to conclusions, it doesn't mean those brands are bad quality. It just means they don't want the stigma of Chinese made. Yamaha, one of the top rental options for the last 30 years, has been manufacturing Chinese-made student instruments for over 2 decades. In fact, when they switched manufacturing, they ran a famous campaign. It's not the country of origin, it's the origin of the company. That's their own campaign, so being manufactured in China is not the problem. Having the stigma of being made in China is. So how is it music stores are able to spread this misinformation that Chinese is bad and top brands are the best? Simple. Musical instruments are not required by law to have a made in China or any country of origin stamp on them. Unless you can get insider information, you'll likely not be able to find the country of origin for many of these instruments, even if you seek it out on their own websites. I'm not telling you this because made in China is a bad option, but because I want to be upfront about the quality that's out there, and more importantly, the quality of instruments that we use with the Overture program. With Overture, I'm telling you now, all our instruments are made in China. We don't hide behind it because that is where nearly every single beginner instrument is made. We work exclusively with John Packer, a British-based music company that designs their instruments with the help of the top brands in the UK, and then manufactures them in China just like every other major company. John Packer is also high quality. Just check out these quotes. Okay, so if you rent and you can actually get a good brand name and not a house brand, it doesn't mean you have a bad instrument. It just means you are overpaying for what you have. But ownership through Overture can be the better option you need. I talked earlier about owning with Overture and it costing about $300 to $400. So why is it so much less to own with Overture than to rent or to own through a traditional rental store? 1, John Packer sells mostly outside the US where rental programs don't exist. People need access and affordability, and John Packer provides good quality at a fair price. Since we use exclusively John Packer, we pass that affordability on to you. 2, in the US, the rental stores and traditional manufacturers have been working together to make sure that rentals appear to be the better option to support the rental infrastructure. Beginner instruments aren't typically allowed to be sold outside of a rental dealer or online. That's why their beginner trumpet costs $1,400 to $1,600 when a professional level trumpet starts at $2,100. No beginner instrument should cost you that much. And 3, at Overture, we aren't trying to take advantage of any of this misinformation, and we simply provide the opportunity to own a good instrument at a fair price. So in truth, the difference is not quality or brand name or manufacturing status. It's just that with Overture, we are offering the instruments at a fair price because we love music and think everyone should have the best chance at a fulfilling musical experience. At Overture, we offer a quality John Packer instrument at a fair price. It's that simple. So if you rent and you make sure you are getting a good brand name, you will more than likely get a good beginner instrument. But with Overture, instead of renting, you can own your own instrument and save money at the same time. And to add peace of mind, we also have a 12-month buyback guarantee. That's our guarantee to you that if you no longer need the instrument in the first year, we buy it back at 70% of your purchase price within the first 4 months, or 50% of your purchase price up to a year. In nearly every scenario, it costs less to own with Overture. Always a good instrument, always the better option. Choose Overture first at overturefirst.com.